determined if I'm going to be hopping around town that I'm going to have to keep in good health. So I came here to the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine to find out about my flu shot and what to do to stay healthy for the coming season.
I tell you, when you talk about product, of course, Richardson Floral Center on the Kirkwood Highway has some magnificent plants, flowers, and all that. But hidden amongst that is Bird and Barrel. It's been here for about a year and a half now. I found out about it about a year ago, and I think it's important you guys start finding out about it, because usually you have to drive a long ways to find the merchandise that they have here. You got to go up in the Hocat. You don't have to do all that anymore. You can come right here on the Kirkwood Highway, and the stock and the supply they have, phenomenal. I tell you, I've never seen this much. If you're into birds, this is definitely a place to check out. The bird houses, bird feeders, bird everything when it comes to birds. And as you walk all the way around here, you can just see the different stocks they have. I mean, depends on what you want to put in your yard. I've got quite a few of them. I've gotten into birds here in the last year, and I'm telling you what a hobby it is, and just finding out the different birds in the area and what you've got. And they've got books on that too, and we'll talk about that a little bit as we go down through here. But different stands, different bird houses, and experts that's in here, because the people that are in here, Lindsay and her entire staff, are bird people themselves. So they got these in their yard, and that's what made them get into this. I mean, just magnificent. But one of the things I want to hit on, Kurt, if we can, because natural formula and advanced formula, best seed on the market. I don't care what kind of bird you want to feed, what kind of you want to track to your home. They've got it. They know what will bring what to the house and everything else. One of the ones I like a lot is the mixed fruit. I mean, that's what we use at our house a lot. And as you make your way down through here, some of the other things that they have, because before we get into the gift ideas, because it's coming into the shopping season, I want to come down through here and just give you an idea on some of the things that they have at this end. Because a lot of people also like the squirrels. I mean, some people want to get rid of the squirrels so they don't get on the birdhouse. They've got the things to do that. But some people like to attract the squirrels, and some of the neatest things I've seen is these glass bird feeders or squirrel feeders. They get in there and they actually nest. You can watch them do things and stuff. I mean, so they got unique things for squirrels, birds. They've got the feed for the squirrels if you want to feed the squirrels, different things you can hang from your tree and stuff like that. And then, of course, all your supplies and things, little few garden things. But coming in this time of year, it's important we talk about gift giving time of year, because there's a lot of great things. If you got people that are into decorating their yard, not only birds, but just decorations, some magnificent looking pieces throughout the whole shop. And I just noticed this. I don't know if they're going to sell me the tree, but I'm going to ask them about it, because that's a good looking tree just to have as a display as a secondary tree in your house. But as you come down through here, just the different gift ideas. You might have somebody that wants to collect and collects, you know, well, you can see as we're walking down through here, I don't care what you're looking for. Yard designs, it's getting the holiday season, and you see that Merry Christmas right around the corner. So they've got some different things to put out into your yard, but very, very highly collectible items too. And a lot of people might see these, and you find them in the gift shops, but you usually find the little bitty ones. Here they've got all sizes of them, and it's different frogs and lizards and ladybugs, and a lot of people are into collecting these. They're very hot items. They've been on the market now for a couple of years, and I'm telling you, they're getting hotter as the day goes by, and I see more and more. And a lot of people collect frogs, but they got other things as well as frogs. But if you like frogs, I mean, this is one I don't believe I've ever seen one of them this big. It's just huge. I mean, and it's kind of designed, you kind of put some flowers in it as you're sitting there in your house. But just different gift ideas if they're into birds and they got favorite birds. You got some different things there to collect. Bird T-shirts, they got the T-shirts, they got towels, they got anything and everything. And I said I'd talk about it a little bit more, because as I've gotten into looking at birds, and now I'm trying to figure out what's landing on my bird feeders in the house, that we had to come in here, and they've got books on all the different types of birds. What's good? They got a book that's the birds of this area. You know, it's easy to find. They give you pictures, everything in it. You learn a little bit more about the birds, and there again, more gift ideas, the clocks, the lamps, and more bird feeders. I don't know if I'd put these out in my house, out in the yard. I might actually use those for decorations in a sunroom or something like that. But as you come around through here, there's just so much to choose from. And of course, love the wind chimes when I can do that. Hate them when I have to hear them all night long. So if you're into wind chimes, they got some of those too. As we come back down through here, and of course my best buddy, he's back here sleeping right now. I think we're waking him up, so he's back there behind the stool there. Oh, he's awake. He's saying hi. How you doing? Okay. This once again is located right in the middle of Richardson's Floral Center on the Kirkwood Highway. Everybody knows where that at. Harmony Road and Kirkwood Highway. Right in the middle of this is where you're going to find Bird and Barrel, and it's just so many things there. Memorial plaques. I want to mention something like this here. Great idea if you've had a deceased animal or something, want to give a little extra something out there special as a remembrance. Memorial plaques, things like that. I mean, and on top of all that, everything that you've seen in here. And Kurt, you started out on something that I really like, and I keep saying I've got to get a couple of them put on my tree. Is the face carved bird houses, and they actually get inside the nostrils, up inside the nose, and nest inside those. But they're just great to put on a tree and have something to look out at. They've got lighted ones. They've got anything and everything. And what you don't see on the floor when you come into Bird and Barrel in the Richardson's Floral Center, what you don't see on the floor, catalogs galore. You want it, if it's into birds, squirrels, outdoor decorations, you can find it in the catalog. Doesn't take long for them to get it in here for you. So if you haven't been here, stop by Richardson's, come into Bird and Barrel, especially if you're into birds or want to think about getting into birds. If you come by here, you're going to get into birds. So it's definitely stop by. Bird and Barrel on the Kirkwood Highway in Richardson's Floral Center. That's a great product for all kinds.
Well, they tell me that December 22nd is the beginning of winter, which means if I'm going to be hopping around town, that I'm going to have to keep in good health. So I came here to the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine to find out about my flu shot and what to do to stay healthy for the coming season. Join me. Dr. Catherine Galuzzi of PCOM has been my doctor for years. I hate to see how long. She's here in Philadelphia, and I know that she's going to give it to us straight. So this is the season. It's going to be winter. It's going to be what people call flu season. Why should we get it? Who should get it?
Who should get the influenza? The problem is no one should get influenza, Trudy, because it's a very serious respiratory disease, which, believe it or not, what most people don't realize is it causes 36,000 annual deaths. So we don't want to get influenza. We want to protect against influenza. And the way we can do that is to be vaccinated against influenza with the flu shot.
And is that serious?
It's easy to be vaccinated. The problem is I think that the community has a lot of beliefs and barriers to getting the influenza vaccination. And one of the big barriers that I see is that patients tell me that they got their flu shot and then they got the flu. And that's not possible because the influenza vaccine, the TIV, trivalent influenza vaccine, is a killed virus. So what you're feeling after you get your flu shot is your body's reaction to the antigen, to the bugs that you're building up your defenses against, so that when you are exposed to the flu, you don't get the flu. Or in the case of perhaps an older individual whose immune system is not as robust, you might get a much less serious course of the influenza virus.
Now, who's supposed to get it?
Well,
I mean, who's supposed to get the
influenza virus?
No. Who's supposed to get
the vaccine?
The vaccine.
The people who should be vaccinated are anyone who is a healthcare worker, is considered first tier. The elderly over the age of 65 should get influenza vaccination, which is why, Trudy, I tell you every year to get your flu shot. There we go, letting your age slip again. We have to...
What about children?
Children, there are recommendations now. Children aged 6 months to 5 years should be immunized. The reason being, children are vectors. They're where the influenza virus abides, gets passed back and forth, especially in daycare and school, and they bring it home to the adults. And any adult with a chronic illness should be vaccinated, especially if they have chronic respiratory illnesses like asthma or metabolic diseases like diabetes.
Okay, now, if you don't get it, how do you protect yourself during this coming season?
All right, excellent. In this season of influenza, it's very important that people take caution with their hand washing. Is one of the most important things. We have our little sign here, cover your cough. Tissues are very good. When you cover your cough, you don't want to use your hands. You want to use something that you can dispose of, throw away, or cough into your sleeve or even into your shoulder if your hands are full. Because if you cough into your hands, you're putting those droplets of the virus on your hands, and you're going to go touch something. I'm going to take your hand, I'm going to take them off my hand and then give them to you. Doorknobs, anything we touch then becomes a potential vector for the influenza virus. So, you know, hygiene is really, really important.
And drink plenty of water, I guess.
Drinking lots of waters, exactly. Hydration, nutrition, and exercise. Those are really the big three. Keep yourself hydrated. Prevention, hygiene, and of course good nutrition, fruits, vegetables, all the things that we know that will help us.
And we do have enough vaccine this year.
This year we have plenty of vaccine. Everyone should go ask, who thinks that they should be vaccinated should ask their physician and go ahead and get vaccinated, Trudy.
Okay, get busy. It's time for you to do the right thing for this winter.
Well, I hope you got some information that's valuable to you. In the meantime, stay healthy. Trudy Haynes for Around Town.
and Rolling Children's, of course, give it a hand. Come on.